the natural world, and to the Creator. The words say, we are to awaken, stand up, be counted. For you are being recognized in the spirit world.
Give Gini gume gana gunakin guba Gini gume gana gunakin guba Ambe majada Give a bidaba Gini gume gana gunakin guba Gini gume gana gunakin guba Ambe majada Give a bidaba Gini gume gana gunakin guba Gini gume gana gunakin guba Ambe majada Give a bidaba Gini gume gana gunakin guba Gini gume gana gunakin guba
The First Nations people were put on a certain part of the land because they wanted to separate us from the others. So, am I supposed to thank them? Am I supposed to thank them for the reserve I live on? Am I supposed to thank them for leaving me and my family a little bit of land that has no streams, no fish, no trees? Because that matters to me. And I know what you're thinking. Why is she talking? She wasn't even there. It doesn't even affect her. No. I was there. I was there when the father whipped my grandpa. I was there when the sister took my grandma's hair away from her. I was there when they told them that they were savages. I was there when they took my native tongue away. And don't tell me to shut up because I've stayed quiet for too damn long. I want you to hear my voice because they wouldn't hear theirs. I don't know what they were feeling, but I know that my ancestors are still healing. They're looking down on my generation and they're grieving. Because I don't really know my language, I don't really know my culture, so how am I supposed to really know myself? So yes, I was there. I was there When they took my native tongue away, I was there.
Into those songs of past, wrong. We both know what this love of ours is built upon. We are shadows, tiny sparrows, safe inside the clear blue sky of another storm, moving in and out of time, in and out of the circle of life. We are children of the angels, keepers of the fire. We are children of the angels, reaching for the light. We are not strangers, we are all brothers. I know we came here to love each other, here in the circle of life. Each one thinks he has the answer. Each one believes that he can see the way, the only one. But the truth lies waiting, and was always waiting, like a love, a peaceful dove, right there inside your soul, from another place and time, moving into the circle of life. We are children of the angels, keepers of the fire. We are children of the angels, reaching
The reason why I was removed from my family is that my mother and father were separated. And this gave the clergy and the Indian Affairs branch an opportunity to remove me from home to this school so that eventually I would be so assimilated I would not go back. One of the factors, of course, that is forgotten in the whole business is the suffering, the anguish endured and inflicted upon women whose children were taken away from them.
Must have been agony.
My mother used, she never said a great deal. She said I cried. You know how many nights did she cry? My grandmother. How many other women cried? And how many nights did they cry? To have an agency come along and say to them, we're taking 2 of your children or all of your children. And there's not a thing that those women could do. I think I started to suspect that something was wrong the very first day that I was there when I was, one of my clothing was taken away from me, and I was issued a uniform consisting of a beige shirt and a beige corduroy trousers and boots, and had my hair shorn. I began to feel maybe I was given away. Maybe I wasn't wanted. And that doubt was almost reinforced. At least something else was put on top of it. And that is the teaching of the church that you're a worthless person, that you're a sinner.
You called yourself inmate 43. So
I was. That was my number. We all had numbers.
So you really felt as if you were in jail, it sounds as if you're saying.
Well, that's what it was. It was a damn prison for doing nothing. And it was the general belief, not only with the Catholic Church, but also with the Anglican Church and with the Methodist Church and Presbyterian and a number of other churches, that punishment was good for everybody. And there were things, a lot worse than strappings. There were a blow on the head with a fist, a kick in the ass with a heavy boot, a fist, be knocked down.
Was there any sexual abuse?
There was. Hell, Mount Cashin was, 20 years behind time. And a lot of that occurred way back as early as the 30s and the 20s. And this is why Native people hated those institutions so damn much. They never said anything about this because nobody was going to believe you.
I am a member of the Cape Broker Band of the Ojibwe Indians. My mother was actually from England, or at least her people were from England. And my dad was a member of the Cape Broker people. And they had met before the First World War. Biggest concern, I guess, in life had been sent to a residential school. And after, when my mother was killed in 1930, that left a large family. The farm at the time was rocked, I guess you'd say, when my mother was killed, and because she was a steering wheel to our life. And once she was killed, a new system had to be developed. That is when one of 3 boys went to Spanish residential school. In that time that I was there, in 1930, in 1933, I was attacked sexually by not a priest. He hadn't been a priest. He was a prefect I was doing a penalty for not knowing. The teacher got so mad that he took away all my summer holiday. I would spend my time writing out everything there was in the Catholic Church. I would spend my time every day, every time the boys or the rest of the boys went up on a boat trip. I wrote a book called No Dog Nor Wolf. Part of it was my time in a residential school. Before I got sentenced into this year, writing out all my church's activities. I used to go with the rest of the boys and we'd go on a school trip and we'd go by boat and it was a wonderful time because we were in clean water. Spanish residential school took their water from the Spanish River, which was polluted. And so when we were able to get onto a boat and go out past the Spanish River into Georgian Bay, then it was great. A surprise to me when Father Barker, who was supposed to be on that school trip on the boat, showed up at the school classroom that I was working out of. It was during that time that I had the sexually attacks by this Father Barker. He was a prefect, I guess you'd call him. But there was nobody to talk to. The only way out of that dilemma would be that in the confessional you tell your sins or to a priest, and we had a very old priest who couldn't very well hear what I was saying, and he never could understand what I was talking about when I tried to report to him what was going on with this Father Barker. Probably he knew, but he wasn't saying. But it kept on going from year to year, and on the second year I ran away from the school because there was no place you could turn and go to anybody except this old priest. And he didn't understand what you're talking about. So he said, you hate yourself and you hate the authority that's over you and you hate the inability to find a way out. And if you were to live it, you'd have to almost live it to understand that your whole life was taken up in something really bad, your whole life. And so that stayed with you. Even when I left the school in, I think 6 years I was there. And when I left, I was no different than when it first happened. You just hate yourself, you hate having to live, to be part of life. And yet I didn't wish to give up. I went back, we went to the farm, I worked hard. And I tried to take my life back, and it never did really come back. In that short time, my dad had remarried, and now I had two more sisters. There'd be stepsisters, and then a half-brother. My life was so screwed up that when a war broke out, and all the boys from Cape Croker seemed to have joined the army, I still couldn't forgive myself and join the army. I was a very late comer. Most of them were in there from 39 to 42. I think I wasn't in the army until 42 or late 42, early 43. But I was one of the last that joined the army at Cape Croker. And then I went overseas. I went to Italy and fought on the battlefield there in Italy. Apart from being shook up a few times, I came out of it. Many of my people, my young playmates in the schoolyard were buried over there. You're living a life and you don't know whether you like it or would like to live, and you certainly didn't care whether you died.
I love We resolve that we're here together in the bad times and the good. But when differences arise around us, we don't forget them like we should. And that's no good. So I'm over here and you're over there, and the truth between us sometimes hides. When I need you as much as you need me, well, and why must we take sides? Many miles of ocean blue separate our lives as we grow. And just because we're all different people, so much more to know. So much more to know. So I'm over here and you're over there, and truth between us sometimes hides. When I need you as much as you need me, well, and why must we take sides? When I needed you as much as you needed me, well, and why did we take sides?
Eva Abel. I'm from the Chigang Reserve, and I went to school in St. Joseph's Residential School. I was there for 4 years. I speak a little Ojibwe once in a while, not very often, but you know, it's hard because they've been brought up just speaking English. But, oh, maybe it's because too that when we went to the Spanish school, we were, I don't know, what do I say? your Indianness was beaten out of you. You were ashamed to say, to think you were a Anishinaabe. Just wanted to mention something about the common experience. I wrote a letter, right, about my experience and what I went through. All this nonsense, the beating, constant strapping and put downs, and just made my self-confidence. I had to write that down for the lawyer, but when I left that office, I felt really good for once in a long time, because every time I used to think about what I went through at the school, I just couldn't talk or think about it. It just made me cry and cry. But now it's all gone. No more. I may not I'm still the same way, but I can think about it now and just, get on with life.
Every day and every night I pray. I pray for you. I love and I miss you, sister. Come home. Please, God, bring her home.